Hello everyone, welcome back to this stream on this beautiful day, and it's a very nice day today, and it's a good day for maybe a court case. Just thank you so much for our friend Red Redrawn for your three months in a row subscribe. Appreciate that. Let's get some emojis in chat. Let's get some emojis in chat for Red. Ooh, I can do some emojis myself. Oh yeah, get some penguins in here. Ooh, how about some bunnies, some penguins, some turtles. Yeah, some chomps. Yeah, let's get some emojis in chat there. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Enter. There you go. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, everyone. It's good to see you. Hello, Radicore. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate that. Good Cat Vibes. Appreciate that. Marcy's, welcome in. Hello, Shadow. Yeah, you guys ready? Nathan. Dad, thank you very much for subscribing for 3 months as well. Says howdy. Red said yippee. Dead said hey, howdy. Let's do it with more emojis. Emojis for Dad. Thank you so much, Dad. Yeah. Ooh, I got some dodos in here. Let's get some dodos. Yeah. Love those dodos. Thank you so much, Dad. I appreciate that for that. 3 months. I appreciate it. Howdy. It is lawsuit time. That's right. Hey, Nathan. Dad, good to see you. Welcome. Crimson. Ferrari. You guys, good to see you. Welcome. Ferrari did a lot of time preparing. I got a lot of questions. For Ferrari, so like this is gonna be fun there. Yeah, don't worry, I got my judge kit. In fact, I did that last night. You know what I did forget? I forgot to set up all the stream stuff. So I had to I forgot to put up the change the settings on Twitch and everything. I knew I forgot something. I'm like, I got the skin. I read the Constitution again. And then I was like, oh, I forgot to update the actual Twitch stuff. So that's happens there. Crimson, the mod operations will be read starting in a week, but it's gonna take us some time. So just want to let you know that. Hey, Mr. Immense, good to see you. Welcome. Hello, Ma. Good to see you. Welcome in. Gray, good to see you. Welcome, everyone. I hope you guys are ready. For a serious court case. Just because I have the cat ears on doesn't mean it's not serious. It's law time. You guys like law? Yeah, make sure you drink your water. I'm redeeming a water check on all of you guys. Everyone here, you have to drink some water. That's right. See that? Look at that good old H2O, O2H. Make sure you drink that water. You need some water. Do I need? Yeah. Just Nah, Crips. I don't think I need you, guard. I think we're gonna be fine, right? This is just a standard. Here, let's get in there. I'll explain what's going on. Okay. This is just a standard. If you want to join us, you're welcome to. It's on the Loft SMP. This is just a standard law case. Okay, so there's me in my little lawsuit. Lawsuit, get it? Lawsuit. Oh, I kid myself sometimes. It's a court case. It is a court case where we have to determine if the president has been violating. I'm not the president. I'm the judge. The president has been violating the law by extending his term, by violating the Constitution, I should say, by extending his term twice. If is that unconstitutional or not? He's being sued. Norixyus is being sued by Gray. So this is Gray v. Norixyus, and we're going to see if is that right? Is it wrong? I mean, who knows? Maybe no one knows. We'll figure it out. We'll come to a conclusion one way or the other. You like the suit? Thank you. I appreciate that there. It's been a long time, right, Ferrari, since you got the cat ears? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and just say hello, everyone, to everyone. Hello, everyone. Today is the day for the court of public opinion and actual law. But you are all beautiful regardless. That makes sense. That makes sense. We're in the way. Oh, I'm in my basement. I don't know how I got in my basement. Yeah, get it. Yeah, let's close that. So yeah. See a lot of questions. Well, I mean more than the defense. So maybe. I mean, just not saying that's one good thing or bad thing. Hey, I got some diamonds in here, and I got an egg. How did I get an egg in there? Some rotten flesh. I guess I'll keep the spectral arrow. Probably oak planks I don't need. Oh! Hey, when did this happen? When did we get an ender chest? Did you guys know that we have an ender chest here? Oh. I haven't even been to the end. I haven't even been to the end. You know, people got elytras, and I'm like, I'm just walking. You know, I'm walking with my bread and all that stuff. Friendship banner should probably go in the vault. Let me put that in the vault first there. Okay, you know, obviously Marcy's, so get some good vibes. We'll get some good vibes. You guys like the law? You guys got like legal terms? This is like Law and Order. Dun dun. You know, is what is right lawful, and is what is lawful right? You guys ever play a game called Dungeons and Dragons, or its other version, the Pathfinder? I prefer the Pathfinder version. That's always cool. But in the game, there's an alignment system. And you could be lawful, or you could be good, or you could be neither of those. And one of and sometimes you might be a little lawful, and sometimes you might be a little good. Yeah, we'll put it in the vault there. You love D&D? Yeah, exactly right there. Well, sometimes being lawful is not always good, and sometimes being good is not always lawful, right? I often find though that I have a tendency to play with a bunch of people that are just a little chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit on the non-lawful side, and then they we end up doing things. I mostly like to play neutral good or lawful good characters. But my friends, they'd be like, yeah, and we're gonna ignore the law. Ooh, Japanese candy box. There you go. Okay, let me get into the lore stage. Okay, I'm in the lore stage. Yeah, there you go.
It all depends on how you say it, really.
Ooh, I'm gonna speak on the stage. I got it myself.
Hey, Kevin.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm here to do some law stuff. Is there anything we need to do beforehand? I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure we're not forgetting anything. Like, did we forget to read the newspaper? You know what? How come the newspaper hasn't been updated in 7 months?
Well,
it got updated like a month ago.
Yeah,
it did get updated.
It actually recently got updated. And it's gone.
Wait, how come I don't? I want the latest paper.
It's just Empire. It's just Empire. Yada.
No, I mean I want to read it.
Good.
Where can I read it?
It's just Empire is winning. We love the.
It's just Empire propaganda, guys. That's all it is. That's all there is to it.
I just look. I can't read the newspaper. Like a normal normal citizen.
Yeah,
there's nobody here.
You're just losing.
Kevin, header/p-word. Right. Actually, no. I'll just want to keep you there. I have a spot where you can read it.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
I have it somewhere in my base. Give me a second.
Kevin, I have a spot where you can read it if you want.
I just want to know and keep up with the news, right? Just like every other concerned citizen of the SV. Okay, let's see here.
Right there.
The Empire claims another victory, yet the Allies stay determined. Somebody misspelled determined. That should be it. That should be an E. There should be an E right there. Determined.
I think it's
Some new editors.
to defeat the chickens. The Empire has. Stop bumping. I can't read it. The Empire has implemented takes on the citizens and the nations. Taxes. Implemented taxes on the citizens and the nation. This one pixel font is a little rough sometimes.
Yeah.
On the citizens and the nations in the Akan Alliance.
ACAN.
ACAN? What's ACAN?
No, it's Akon. It's Akon. Don't worry.
It's
No, it's the ACAN Alliance.
It's Archive.
ACAN is the alliance of nations that is the Empire's alliance.
Oh, what's the acronym stand for?
Alliance of Chicken Aligned Nations.
Oh, that makes
Because
sense.
there's too many nations.
There are a lot of nations, yeah.
How many nations do you have?
I think it's 8 now. I'm not sure.
And
we're the bigger alliance, yet the other side called themselves the Allies. It's weird.
I mean, what would you call them? Like, would you say that they're rebelling against the Empire?
I don't know. They should come up with something creative.
Like the
The
Rebel
Swedish
Alliance or
Federation?
something?
Should we name ourselves the AACAN? Anti-ACAN?
That's amazing.
ACAN.
I would call y'all the alliance of bad fragrance.
haters.
AAA battery.
Oh,
No, the Bad Fragrance
The
Federation.
alliance
That
of people who are losing.
This should probably be a comma, but I guess it's 1 pixel. So, of which is 5 diamond blocks for citizens and 30 diamond blocks for... Okay.
That's so
Okay.
expensive.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad we got more information, right? You know, the more you know. The more you know. Okay, we're good. And look, the Empire has claimed another victory. That makes what, like 8 victories now?
6.
It's 5.
You
6?
know, it's
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
last battle. I
6 to
forget about
0.
last battle.
yeah, it's like you know when your ratio is 6 to 0, it's basically like infinite, I think.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, 6 divided by 0. Or unknown. It's like error on your TI-80. What
And
TI
why are you
calculator do you
insulting
use?
us? Can you just stop insulting
Look,
us?
I'm just saying. I'm just doing the math. I'm just doing the math.
I mean, I use
I'm
a
just-
TI-30 or one of the TI-84s, I think.
Wow, you
I
guys
use
aren't.
both of
I'm
those.
You guys
just
are on your 84s?
wondering, could we
Yeah.
start
No.
soon? I don't have the most
Not
amount of time.
Feeling
David,
red.
David always complaining about the time. Very well, then let's head to the where is the courthouse actually? Look, I know.
Let's
I know,
go, Gooford!
I know where the courthouse
Big red
is.
building, Kevin.
Okay. Big red building. This one. Okay.
We're using this. We're using this court.
I thought we were using the other one.
No,
Apparently, we're using the
the
one
Lunar
in the Sioux Republic,
Okay.
Makes sense.
even though it's smaller.
This is the wrong
Very
door.
intimate.
This is the wrong door. Yeah, I thought we were gonna use the other courthouse.
Kevin.
Oh, I don't know what we're using.
Yeah, where's the other courthouse? Where's the other courthouse?
There's another
Isn't that
courthouse?
just-
Well,
Yeah.
come on, we gotta use this one.
Of course.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
get up! I can't get up!
It's over here. Dog. There's a door over here labeled Judge's Podium.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Nah, we might
Can you,
go to
like-
keyboard
Okay, now we
court,
can go.
guys.
Now it gets started.
I
Now it
guess
gets
it-
started. Okay,
Why
wait, hold
are
on.
you-
What is everyone doing here? Goofer, this is my spot. Go sit down. Go sit down.
I think Gooford should be just.
Honestly, I think Goofy would decide in our favor though.
Okay,
Just ask-
okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this properly, right? Oh, hello there. Hello, Weather. Good to see you. Oh yeah, like your outfit. That's awesome. Okay,
If it was voting, the Empire would win. Thankfully, it's not voting.
okay.
Is
Why
Wither
are
the
you wearing-
bailiff?
Guys, why are you wearing armor in the courthouse?
Probably my cards.
All
Yeah,
there.
rise. All rise. Oh, and wait, am I supposed to say it for myself? Maybe someone else should say it. I don't know.
All rise for
Isabella.
the Honorable Judge Sue.
Yeah, I'll stand up here. Okay, excellent. Now, everyone, please be seated. Pardon me eating my lunch. I didn't eat, I guess, before coming to court. Now we're good. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, we are here for a very serious matter. We are here in the case of Gray v. Norixyus over the claim that President Emperor Norixyus has violated the Constitution of the Sioux Republic, and we are here to discuss whether that is true or not via this court case here today. Now, I just want to go ahead and ask the members of both parties to do their best to present their sides of the cases and to keep, of course, decorum in the court. I don't expect any issues, honestly. And of course, the audience to respect everyone in these legal proceedings, but I also don't expect any issues as well. We have, of course, our bailiff over there with her to just make sure that nothing happens. And of course, we appreciate everyone being here to witness these events as they take place. Does either party have any pre-trial concerns, last-minute concerns they wish to bring up prior to us getting started here?
Yeah, so, I'm the interpreter for, Mr. Ferrari, is that right? Anyway, who should, walk up when talking?
That's a very good question. Is your interpretation like any form of sign language or?
Ferrari speaks chat message, and I will be talking for Ferrari.
Oh, well, probably Ferrari, how do you say it? Ferrari?
I think it's
Ferrari.
Ferrari? Oh, I was talking to, of course, the translator over here.
It sounded like the interpreter said Ferrari.
Ferrari, okay. Should be the one to walk up, of course, if that's okay.
Okay.
Excellent. But if you are doing any form of sign language interpretation, you obviously need to be at the front so that people can understand what you're saying.
I'm just the translator for Ferrari because Ferrari is the lawyer. I'm just the interpreter.
Completely understandable. I always love that we have multilingual members of the court here today. Okay. Is there anything else that the prosecution wishes to bring up? I better change the music. I'm dancing to it. Maybe something a little more serious? Nope. Okay. Excellent then. Then is anything on the defense?
I would first like to say, just for everybody here, please try not to flip the trap doors and punch each other constantly because this noise is very annoying for everyone else that's trying to listen. So try not to do that. If you're doing it, just please stop. If you need to do something, get like a fidget spinner or something. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I think my lawyers have something to say. David is starting for me.
Oh, okay. David, you would.
Well, yes, but that's when the case is starting, sir.
Okay, so nothing pre-trial that you wish to state.
Oh yeah, one more thing pre-trial.
Oh yes.
Your gavel is the bell.
Like that?
You right-click it.
Like that?
Yeah.
Maybe I should turn on my sound.
Order in the court.
I would also like to compliment the Southern painter's beard. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Okay,
Anyways.
excellent. We should get one of these in the other courthouse. Just saying. This is an excellent addition. Okay. I'm surprised. I didn't even know that worked. Okay. Let me put on some music here for our audience because that's what every courthouse needs. Music. Let's see here. Sad?
With that.
Sad's kind of serious. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go with the sad play with. We'll put on a little bit on the. We'll put a little on the low side. Okay. Okay. If there's no other emotions that either side wishes to bring up, then let us begin with this court case. I'm going to go ahead and outline how this will proceed. We will begin with opening statements from both sides, starting with the prosecution and then going with the defense. Then we'll start with opening arguments. The prosecution will present their witnesses first and their case. After which, once they finish the defense, of course, you may cross-examine each witness. Once the cross-examination is over and all the prosecution witnesses are completed, the defense, you may present your witnesses and the prosecution may cross-examine. Once all witnesses are presented, we will go to closing arguments, starting again with the prosecution and ending with the defense. Then I will briefly adjourn to consider both your cases and then come out to make my decision. Are there any questions regarding that procedure?
No, sir.
No questions.
Excellent. That sounds great. Very well then. Then prosecution, you may go ahead and begin and present your opening statement to the court. You can go ahead and probably face the audience because we don't really have a jury here. Yeah.
Give it a little bit.
Give him a sec. He has to use chat messages.
Yeah.
Give him a sec.
Such is the way of chat.
Yes, type it
Hello,
out.
Your Honor, Kevin. I'm here representing Mr. Gray as his legal representative. Is that all? Or are you still tapping? I think he's still tapping.
I'd assume so.
Maybe you could do a little dance while always typing. Yeah. There we go.
You could have brought some paint.
I also have another job as a commissioned painter. If any of y'all need a painting.
He's from the south, so his paintings are
Hey,
really
Mr.
good.
Interpreter, could you sing the guy who didn't like musicals?
I'm not sure those songs are age appropriate.
We have children in here. We have children in here. Don't you know that?
Okay, fine. Jeez.
Jeez.
David, let's try to be a respectable society.
Wait, hold on, David.
Hey,
Aren't you a child?
This purpose of this case is to show that the actions of Noxay in extending his term and asserting unilateral control is constitutional or not.
Is there more?
He's typing.
He's still tapping.
Give him a sec. He's still typing. Like when he's staring at Kevin, you know he's typing. Or he's staring at Kevin. One of the two.
I'm Kevin, by the way.
Yes, that's true.
Would probably be better if he types it all into one big message.
Our
Wait,
aim is
doesn't
to
we-
uphold the rule of law and ensure that the constitutional framework is upheld and respected. That is all for my statement.
Thank you very much, prosecution, for your statement. That is appreciated that you've given that. Thank you for the interpretation. Defense, you may go ahead and present your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, and anything in between present here today, I am here presenting the President, the Emperor, Norixyus Quartus Valentine, after he is accused of vile crimes. My aim is to make sure that everyone can leave here without a doubt, knowing that my client is innocent. Thank you very much.
Just to clarify, the court cases is not here to determine innocence or not, merely if you are guilty or not guilty. This is also sort of a strange combination of a civil and I wouldn't even say criminal trial. This is more of a civil trial in regards to the impeachment process. But a violation, I guess, could be considered criminal, except the only crime would be removal from office, punishment. So, it's complicated. That's how law works. Very well then. Thank you very much for your opening statement, defense. Prosecution, you may go ahead and call your first witness.
Give him a sec.
Waiting for... We don't have any witnesses. We have facts. Documents.
Okay, very well. You may bring up your first piece of evidence then, and present it to the court. Just gotta give it a second. You just gotta let it slide. Gotta let it go. You know, be sort of loosey-goosey.
First, I'd like one thing being clarified for the court. Is it true that Noxy's term in office started when Bob was impeached?
You have to... are you making a statement, or who are you asking?
He's asking you.
You should
Kevin.
You should probably call me to the witness stand in that case. As a, I don't know, constitutional
can
expert.
you call the judge to the
I
witness
mean,
stand?
theoretically no, but I fell off.
Let's
I mean,
let's do it.
Can't you just ask the judge questions?
Sure, but like this is a question of legal standing, right? So the idea should be not that the judge is making decisions, but you are proving your point to the court. That's why you have witnesses who are usually legal experts when it comes to these things, or you present a factual statement.
Here, do you want to swear on the holy egg?
I don't know if I've been
There's so
called
many
yet.
Okay.
so many other things we could swear on.
Okay, Ferrari calls Kevin to the stand.
Very well. Is the stand?
I think
The
this is the
stand is
stand. I
here.
don't know.
Is it the
Oh,
right
okay.
side?
Left.
Yes,
To your
stand-
left. To your
My
left.
left.
Stand is
Okay.
to the right.
This left. Here we are.
My
Okay.
right?
Bailiff table.
That
This one.
Yes.
This one.
This is the
This is
stand.
the stand.
Oh, okay.
That's for the
That's
stenographer.
not the stand.
Other-
That's
Bim-
the bailiff's witness.
Okay. Okay.
That's the bailiff's little
Okay.
thing.
Okay. I'm on the stand here. Okay. Yeah. I swear to
Alright.
tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Is it true that Noxie's term in office started when Bob was impeached?
Yes. As per the previous court case, Rex versus v. No, it was Bob v. No, Norixyus v Bob.
No.
What was the
No,
name of it?
Or Valentine v. Rex.
Valentine v Rex. Yes. Apologies, that was my faulty memory. Once Bob was impeached and removed from office by the very reason given in that court case, the runner-up of the election would be given the position because Rex had already resigned. And as such, Norixyus was the runner-up to the election and became president via that court case, yes. To fill out the rest of the term for Rex.
Bob was impeached 3 months ago, correct?
I believe that is the correct timeline, yes? Oh, sorry, that wasn't a question. No leading the witness.
Dead beyond those objections.
Objection leading! No, that was not leading.
That was a normal question.
Questions should be stated in the form of a question, as per Jeopardy.
Barry, I know you're the lawyer, but we just had a leading object, and you're still framing your stuff like a leading object, like a leadable thing. Are you sure you want me to interpret that? Yeah. All right.
Hey.
You know, I heard that Ascendo is a pretty good constitutional scholar, you know?
Yeah. That's my lawyer.
Yeah.
What is the presidential term in office is highlighted in the Constitution?
According to the Constitution, the presidential term of office, including the recent amendment, or rather probably the only amendment we've passed since the new Constitution, is that the term is 8 weeks long.
And how many months is 8 weeks?
8 weeks is about 2 months. It's not perfectly like that, but yeah, 2 months. Yeah, Berserker, am I right? Crimson, yeah. Just get. It's all a matter how fast Ferrari types. If Ferrari types like then it's like it works out. Look at that! I can see everyone. Like we got all the
Just waiting for the typing.
prosecution. We got the interpreter. Got Norixyus. We got David staring at his feet, contemplating his life.
Does it say anything about the president allowed to edit the Constitution in the Constitution?
Hey, Chernobyl, good to see you. Welcome in. The president cannot edit the Constitution as per Section 1B limits, which is on the first page of the Constitution. Thank you so much, Chernobyl. I appreciate that. Welcome to the team. You came at a good time. You want to join us there on the Loft? You're welcome to do so. Yeah, you want the SMP information, Chernobyl? Here, let me give it to you. You just put that into the Java multiplayer, like the play.theloftmc.com, right? That's the URL. Yeah, there
Elevator music.
That was Jeopardy.
Yeah, but like elevator music.
Yeah, feel free to get in here. We want you.
No,
We
Can you
want
Jeopardy's
tell
you.
us
better.
what is the Section 1 of the Constitution?
Certainly, I could read Section 1 of the Constitution. Section 1, the President Cycle and Definition. The President is the leading position in the Sioux Republic. The President serves a term of 8 weeks until the last week of the term, where ballots are opened, allowing any citizen to run. The debate will be held the same week by Kevin. If Kevin is unavailable, then anyone under Kevin's approval may elect themselves to host the debate. The debate must be streamed. Section 1A, the President Duties. The President serves as the singular representative of the Sioux Republic. Examples of what the President may do are as follows. Lead, approve, and or create major build projects for on-server streams. Manage relationships with other groups and governments. In times of war, in charge of deciding activity, managing resource distribution when outfitting soldiers, appointing trainers and or training soldiers. Create or approve new cities. There are many more examples that the author of this cannot think of, but for the 8-week term, the president is in charge of the direction the Sioux Republic takes during their term. Section 1B, Limits. The president cannot, and state themselves as a permanent ruler of the Sioux Republic, edit the Constitution, run if they were the previous president, but may run again after the next term, create or appoint any in-government positions, break rules of the Loft MC. Section 1C, Who can run? Any member can run for president, with few exceptions. Those currently banned on the Loft MC, those who were just the president last term, rulers/high-ranking officials of government/groups currently at war with the Sioux Republic. Section 1D, Impeachment. If the president breaches the restrictions set forth by the Constitution, this fact will be brought forth by anyone to Kevin, and if proven, the president will be impeached. What will happen to the impeached president is as follows. Kevin will remove the president role from the impeach. For the next 2 terms, the impeached cannot run. The runner-up of the election that term will be elected to fill out the term until the next election. The replaced president will still be under the same restriction of being unable to run twice consecutively as if they were elected initially. That is the entirety of Section 1 of the Sioux Republic Constitution.
Okay, Kevin, would you say Noxy extending his term as the president is unconstitutional because he had violated explicit 8-week term mentioned in Section 1A?
I would say that the term of President Norixyus has gone beyond 8 weeks, yes.
Is that it?
He's typing.
Hang on, while he's typing, I need to check something.
I'm gonna stare everyone in the face. Yeah, Sendo. Yeah. Norixyus. Oh, Resin, there's no, Townscape? You could join free play. You joined free play. That's it, Resin.
The question is, extending his term is unconstitutional because of the explicit 8-week term written down?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
But the question is extending his term unconstitutional because of the explicit 8-week term written down?
Objection, speculation.
That is sustained. Yeah. That's the entire reason why this court is here. Or is it overruled? Let's see.
Speculation is asking the witness for their opinion on something, and not asking for the straight facts.
Yeah, sustained is the correct one. So sustained is like, yeah, your objection is sustained. Yeah.
My questions are done. Thank you.
Very well. Defense, you may cross-examine the witness.
Alrighty here. Give me just 1 second to find my questions, and
Hey, Motive, good to see you. Welcome in. Hello.
Your Honor.
Ellie. Yes, we are.
as per the Constitution, the President has unlimited power over the Republic, except for anything explicitly stated in limits, correct?
As the constitutional scholar, that is correct. The president has unlimited authority except for what is stated in limits, as per section 1.
B.
Well, I guess 1B would be more specific, yes.
Alright, and could you do us a favor? I know you already read them earlier, but could you reread to us the limitations set upon the President?
Sure. Section 1B limits. The president cannot and state themselves as a permanent ruler of the Super Republic, edit the Constitution, run if they were the previous president but may run again after the next term, create or appoint any in-government positions, break rules of the Loft MC. That is the entirety of Section 1B.
As judge, to sort of figure out if he's guilty or not, would you have to know with 100% certainty that he literally did the thing he is accused of?
Could you repeat the question? Oh.
As judge, to determine if the defendant is guilty or not guilty, would you have to, with 100% certainty, say that he did what he is accused of?
I would no. There's nothing in the Constitution that requires 100% certainty. The prosecution must prove that it is more likely that the president has violated the Constitution for the emperor to be the president to be impeached, but it doesn't require 100% as per the constitutional how the Constitution is written.
All right. Have you directly witnessed that the defendant, Norixyus Quartus Valentine, has directly breached any of his limitations?
In regards to the 5 specific limitations that I've read before, permanent ruler, editing the Constitution, running if they're previous president, creating government positions, or breaking the rules of Loft MC, I have not specifically witnessed the president break any of those rules.
Thank you. The witness may be excused.
Prosecution, do you wish to re-examine the witness?
I think Den had to do something. Sorry, the painter had to do something.
Den?
Is he? The painter?
Can't you step in as
Okay.
interpreter for the moment?
Yes. Ferrari is asking to re-examine.
Very well, yes. Ferrari may go ahead and re-examine the witness, which is me.
Okay.
I'm
It
back.
does appear he's back. Okay, you got this done. Or, sorry, the painter. It's
My
the
dad
painter.
asked me for money, like a very suspiciously. Anyway,
Can I have money?
no.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were an honorable judge. Why asking for bribery?
Oh, I'm just a witness at this point, you know. Yeah. I got called in as an expert witness, and nobody ever paid me. So I'm just saying.
I appreciate the donation. because the diamond landed to me. Red re-drown.
Motive, you could
First
teleport
question.
to me.
When we had message Kevin, you have stated the Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
Is that a question?
Yes or no?
Yes, I did state that the Constitution is the supreme law of the Super Republic. My username is Kevin_Sue. You can see that right there under Twitch. Right there, Kevin_Sue. I think it's the same as my Twitch name now that I think about it. So yeah, feel free to teleport. Yeah, there's a court case, yeah. But yeah, feel free to join us in there. And hi to your youngest Nat.
Nazi stated the Constitution
Yeah,
stands
Rafe.
by his grace. Is that not a contradiction because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question?
The fact that Noxie stated the Constitution stands by his grace, is that not a contradiction because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land?
That does seem like a contradiction to me, yes. Ah, I got pushed out.
Here's the Emperor too.
Yeah, 8 staff, look at that. Gotta be careful, no one break any laws. Look at that, so much staff. You gotta be really careful about that Rande fellow. He has the ultimate power. Look at that. He's like, Rande. Did's looking at the meta. He's looking up.
Furthermore, Noxie's saying he can overrule the court. Is that ever stated that the president can overrule courts of law? This is a question, yes or no?
No, the president may not overrule the court of law. The court of law is the ultimate interpreter of the Constitution. Which does give me a lot of authority, honestly, but this Constitution wasn't...
Seems the prosecution is forgetting that the Emperor has more power than the President.
I suggest you keep your court manners and remain silent during questioning.
I suppose you don't spread misinformation.
Hey, I'm just the interpreter.
The Constitution gives me a lot of authority. It's not heavy on checks and balances. It's pretty bare bones. I wrote a good one.
Furthermore, is it ever stated in the Treaty of Bakhtin that the Emperor can overrule the court of law? Yes or no?
I actually do not have the Treaty of Bakhtin on me at the moment.
Okay, let me provide one. Hang
Yeah,
on. I'll be right back.
I wonder where I put it. Oh, I probably put it away for the battle. That's what I did with it.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I could go get my copy. I'm pretty sure I live like right over there.
Hang on.
I think the painter
I have it. I'm coming
the painter
back
is
with
getting
it.
his.
I'm coming back with it.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
The Treaty of Bakhtin. Alliance, breaches of treaty, something, diplomats.
Objection, relevancy.
Defense, do you have a prosecution? Do you have an answer to the point of relevancy?
He's simply reading throughout the thing, and he's trying to get to the part that is relevant.
This is relevant to the case because it highlights Noxie's official statements.
That too.
Yes, but how does that reflect on his actions? I mean, if we were to impeach people for their words alone. Everyone would be impeached.
According to this document, it says the Kingdom of Su must reform their government to prevent conflict from ever arising again. The Chicken Empire shall have significant authority and a veto in this new government. That is the closest that I've seen to what you've mentioned.
And another thing on the answer for relevance, his actions are him extending his term. It is relevant.
The defense, you're overruled. Gray's eating dinner. I mean, gotta eat dinner. Dinner's good.
Okay, let him tap. It's a moment.
It's a little bit of a slow burner of a court case. Do slash sit motive. I think mostly it's because everyone's kind of listening to the court case and probably like kind of talking amongst themselves there. Oh, so no worries there. How you doing, 27? It's okay that you forgot ISIS. That's fine. It's fine. It only hurts me on the inside. No, I'm kidding. You changed your name though. Why'd you change your name?
All right, hang on. Let me read this through before just running in. There's more? Oh my god.
It's been a long time. It's been 2 years.
My southern god.
You could probably call in your northern cousin if it's too much.
Can
27
we get on with it?
He's typing up a storm.
Waits for no one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slow burner here. Probably should have probably in the future we'll just make it so that court cases you have to use the microphone yourself in future cases. Yeah.
Discrimination.
Yep.
And removing my job. Come on.
You're a painter. You already have a job.
It's not that. Why do you think I have 2 jobs? Painting doesn't pay well. The defense's argument is semantics and separating the emperor and the president is not right because nowhere does it ever imply that they are separated. The Treaty of Bakhtin also never states the emperor can overrule the constitution, nor the court. Furthermore, him extending his term is a direct violation of the rule of democracy and the term of the position of power being rotated. Yes or no? That's
objection
I feel like
compound.
Yeah, I don't know. Go on, keep going.
There's too many moving parts to be able to give a clear answer. Objection compound.
Oh yeah, sustained. That is a.
Even I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the question was. Yeah. Question should be pretty straightforward there, counselor. Okay, go.
The
27.
main question is the last part. Hang on. So, him extending his term a direct violation of the rule of democracy in the term of the position of the power being rotated. So I'm gonna try and interpret this message directly. Is the extension a direct violation of the typical system that we have set in stone in the Constitution? Is it an interruption with the traditional system that we have?
Yes, I would say it does interrupt the standard system of 8 weeks. That's it differs.
Objection relevancy.
overruled.
It's very relevant. This is like the entire point of the court.
The disruption of
Entire
an
point of the
8-week
case.
cycle isn't relevant to whether or not Knox's actions were unconstitutional.
It's quite relevant, I'd say.
The whole point. That's like the whole point of this case.
Very relevant, in my opinion.
What are you defending? Question mark, and then 2 more question marks.
What?
I don't even know what Favorite Reed's saying anymore.
I don't know. I don't. Counselor, you'll have to reframe that question. That doesn't.
I feel like he's talking to the objector.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. The objection is overruled. So yeah, it is relevant. It does seem relevant to ask that question for the court case. Oh, thank you very much, Croatian, for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for joining us. How you doing? We're on a court case. It's a little bit of a slow burner, because of the slowness of the typing, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. But you know what? It's a pretty straightforward case. Yeah, court case, Croatian. It's not me. I'm just the witness. I'm just here just to I'm here as a constitutional scholar. I'm also the judge. I'm not sure I got called as a witness. Does seem a little bit illegal. Seem a little bit not like ethical. But I guess
I feel like you. I don't know.
I think the prosecution
So
didn't.
Kevin, would you say, final question for this witness, is it true that since Noxie violated the constitutional process, that it is unconstitutional?
That's a hard question. I don't think that. I'm going as a judge. I'm going to object, because that is the entire premise of this entire court case.
Would this question be for another witness then?
Another witness might work for this question, but I can't. I myself should not and cannot answer that question.
I think he's asking you as the constitutional interpreter, considering.
In this situation, it's a very hard line. It crosses the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this situation of witness, so. Yeah. You're done with these questions.
Defense,
Okay.
do you wish to continue examining this witness?
Yes, please.
Very well. Approach.
Give me 1 second here. Let me just pull up. Where is it? There it is. So, Kevin, based off of purely what is written in the Constitution, would it be considered unconstitutional for the president to extend his own term?
Yes, is there an objection or?
What was it? Isn't that the entire point of this case?
I'm saying purely just based off the Constitution. I mean, this is the professional who you've brought up to the stand for the Constitution.
I will state that in section 1B, it does not state that as a limitation.
Thank you.
Any other questions for this witness?
I would ask a question.
Yes, of course.
In the Constitution, as we have been reading it, are all limitations on the president's power under Section 1B?
Are you asking, are all limitations on the president's power only listed in section 1B?
Yes, I'm asking.
I would say specifically, yes. Generally, no.
Okay. Are you referring... Thank you.
Anything else? Questions for this witness? Very well then. I'm dismissing the witness, which is myself. Okay, prosecution, you may bring up your next witness. I also happen to have the Treaty of Boston still. You probably want this back.
You can keep it.
Oh, I have a.
I feel like you just need it as a reference.
I mean, okay. I have a copy, but
We bring Gray MC to the stand.
Okay, very well. Gray MC, you have been called to the stand. Gray, do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Excellent.
So help me God.
Oh yeah, Croatian. Yeah, go here and join us there. Yeah, you got it here. We got some nice people who are sitting out in the hallway, just to make sure that no one comes and disrupts his proceedings. It has happened before where proceedings have been disrupted.
Gotta play elevator music.
So, Graham C., is it true that written in the Constitution is highlighted in the fact that there is a specific 8-week term written down?
That is
Objection
true.
asked and answered. I believe they asked that question already to the previous witness, Kevin Sue.
Overruled. A question may be asked again to establish credence. I think I said that word wrong. Nope, I said it correct. I'm better than that, absolutely, that's fun.
Kevin, you're a vocab nerd.
I mean, maybe.
Next, is it true that the fact that Noxie violated his 8-week term by extending it a huge violation of the 8-week term specified?
What I have seen, I believe that is so.
What is going on? Do you hear that noise? That's like some sort of horn. But yeah, sometimes like
By doing that, is it also true the fact that since he has extended his term unlawfully, it is unconstitutional?
What the Constitution says, that is, yeah.
Yeah, so other formal events, we've had disruptions like attacks on weddings and that sort of thing, attacks on parties and celebrations. So it's always usually a good idea to have some sort of security force. Normally the bailiff, we lost our bailiff. Normally the bailiff is usually decent at protecting everything, but sometimes you just need to have a little extra security just in case for high profile cases, such as this one, right, which involves the emperor, president, and quite a number of figures within the community that have a little bit more of how do you say a say in things there, yeah. So you don't just you want to make sure.
Staff member to a hooligan. All right. Furthermore, according to Noxie's statements and Kevin's statements, Kevin stated earlier that it is the supreme law of the land does ever state that the emperor or the president can overrule the Constitution at all.
Wait, sorry. Can you please repeat the question slower? I forgot. I'm not typing. I'm acting.
Furthermore, According to Noxie's statements and Kevin's statements, Kevin has stated earlier it is the supreme law of the land. Does it ever state that the Emperor or the President can overrule the Constitution at all?
Objection. Sorry, Your Honor. This might be a tad late, but objection. The witness is competent, which is harsh wording, but the actual wording. But what I'm trying to get at is that the lawyers have not given substantial evidence to prove that the witness is a professional when dealing with the Constitution.
You're saying that the witness is not a legal scholar or an expert in any way.
Well, if they are, at least I was not told of it.
I will overrule it, but I will state for the court that the prosecution has not established the legal expertise of the witness. So while the witness can continue to answer the question, that will be taken into consideration unless the prosecution does so. Stenographer, please note that in the transcript. Hey, Potato, good to see
Please
you.
hold on the horn blowing.
Yeah, please.
Oh, and Gray didn't answer.
Yeah, Gray, you should be answering the question.
Oh, I should answer. Sorry, my bad.
Do you want to read to you again?
From what I have looked at from the Constitution, from my researching it, from trying to run for president, so I can repeat the question. Sorry,
Yes.
I just after all those.
Furthermore, according to Noxie's statements and Kevin's statements, Kevin has stated earlier that it is the supreme law of the land. Does it ever state that the Emperor or the President can overrule the Constitution at all?
My recent searches on what I've read the Constitution recently, and from what I've seen, it has never said anything about that. Sorry.
Furthermore, does the Treaty of Boston ever give the Emperor permission to overrule the Constitution?
Can I have
Yeah,
the
sure.
Boston to
Yeah,
look
go
at?
ahead.
Yeah. It's one right here. Thank you. So, can you repeat your question?
Furthermore, does the Treaty of Boston ever give the Emperor permission to overrule the Constitution?
No, it does not. It just says the Chicken Empire will have. It never gives permission to overall. It doesn't give permission to have authority over changing the Constitution. What I've seen.
Why is it keep going back to me?
It's just go back to you.
Our questions are done. Thank you.
Very well. Defense, do you wish to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, please. If you don't mind, both of our lawyers will be stepping up. I'm going to step up first.
No, that is
So-
perfect fine.
Gray, could you please read out to the court Section 1B of the Constitution of this Republic?
I have to wait. I have to pull it up real quick. I don't have it. Nobody told me to have it ready. Sorry. Here we go. Section 1B limits the president cannot instate himself as the permanent ruler of this republic, edit the constitution, run if they were the previous president, but may run again after the next term, rate or appoint any in-government positions, break the rules of the Loft MC.
Alright, thank you. So, Graham C., could you please point out to the court which of those 5 rules and limitations that Noxie has broken?
Objection argumentative.
What?
overruled. There's
I'm only interpreting.
there's no argumentative statement being made.
I don't.
You are perfectly allowed to say that there are none or multiple. By the way, just to clarify.
I was just very sent me something instead of them. That's why. From what I've seen, there is a small chance from that the president is instating himself as a permanent ruler, from what the president has been doing with their extending of terms. But other than that, nothing.
So, just to clarify, you
interesting
said
argument.
a small chance.
I would agree there's not enough sufficient proof currently, but from what it seems like he's going off of, there is a chance, but that is not.
Okay, thank you. Senda, you can.
Sorry, I was muted. Would you mind reading Section 3 of the Constitution for me, for the court, please?
Section 3.
Wow, Section 3. We haven't brought up Section 3 yet.
Technically, the Empire. The Chicken Empire, as per the Treaty of Boston, must have substantial influence over the Republic. The way this works is simple. The reigning emperor/empress may either directly speak their opinions on any political matter, or send a representative to speak their opinions on any political matter. These options must be taken into account and respected. Failure to enact these demands can result in impeachment, and the next presidential candidate in line will be elected.
So, you would agree that it states these opinions, the opinions of the emperor, must be taken into account and respected by the Republic.
I would agree that it needs to be taken into account and respected by the Republic and the President.
Leading.
Like the president.
Is that an objection, Counselor?
Yes, leading.
Why would you say it's a leading statement?
I'm waiting for...
I should have asked that question.
It's leading because he's trying to put words in his mouth.
I asked him to verify that a phrase in the Constitution was indeed present.
Sustained. Please rephrase your question, Counselor.
I will move on from that question.
Very well.
So, in the court case we had a couple of months ago, did we not establish that, per Section 3 of the Constitution, which you just read to the court, that the Emperor has absolute and unlimited power over the Republic?
Thank you for the follow, Kratos. Welcome in.
I do not recall. Why is there a chicken here?
Okay.
Ignore the chicken.
Oh my. Can you have him stop? Okay. May I please call upon the staff members to remove these chickens? Here's a chicken.
Anyone not
Please get out.
active
Okay.
in the court, please take a seat on the other side of these trapdoors. And if you don't, you will be sent to spawn.
That's who I think it is, isn't it? Sorry about that. Can you repeat your question?
Okay. I asked, did we establish that in another court case, that per Section 3 of our Constitution, that the Emperor has absolute and unlimited power over the Republic?
I do not recall of this. You need to ask someone who probably doesn't remember. I was there,
Okay.
but I was not in the room.
If this is alright, I would like to ask the judge in this case who was present at the previous court case to indeed verify that this was the case.
Which case? Sorry. Which specific part are you asking for me to verify?
That the Emperor, per Section 3 of the Constitution, has absolute and unlimited power over the Republic.
I would disagree. Substantial influence over the Super Republic, but not absolute.
And what would that influence mean, in your opinion?
In my legal opinion as a scholar, I would say it would be difficult to quantify specifically because it is not specifically stated in Section 3.
So if we can't quantify the limitations of this power, can there be limitations?
There, by the definition of it having substantial rather than absolute, there are limitations, but it would be difficult to find where that line is.
So if we cannot prove that these limitations, that what?
It's a good argument.
Sorry, excuse me.
It's a good
If we
argument.
cannot prove that that the emperor has any If we cannot say what the limitations are specifically, how can we say that the emperor went over the limitations and ignored them? How can we not say that what they did is not within their rights?
Are you arguing that as the emperor of the are you saying that as the emperor of the chicken? This question sounds rhetorical, counselor.
And do I hop in?
You can.
Okay.
Leading. And also, I would like to mention that perhaps the limits are set forth in the Constitution, at least within the Republic.
What would these limitations be? As we've
In the
established,
Constitution.
they're not quantifiable.
Are you saying, counselor, that the limits for the president are quantified, but the limits for the emperor are not quantified?
It may appear so.
And
Look,
that
I agree with this section. It says these opinions, meaning the opinions of the emperor, must be taken into account and respected. That feels rather clear-cut to me. Would you agree with that assessment?
I would agree with that, counselor, from your question, that it appears that there's no direct quantifiable limitation. There is limitations, but it's not specifically listed.
Okay, I yield back.
Can we not yield yet?
What?
I just have a question.
Yeah, feel free to add and keep going your questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Your Honor, you still have the copy of the Treaty of Bogdan on you.
Yes, apparently this has been a very useful book to have.
Would it be okay if it was passed to Grahamsey for the court? Okay. So, Gray, could you please flip to page 4 of the Treaty of Bogdan?
That's a very good point, honestly.
And then please read out the text only in black font.
The Kingdom of Su shall become a vassal of the Chicken Empire.
Alright, thank you. So, based off that text, based off that text, the Kingdom of Su would be under the same amount of control from the emperor as the empire would be, correct?
Leading.
I'm not sure.
Overruled, but I'll allow that question. But go ahead, Gray.
I am not sure, as I don't know the exact definition of being a vassal.
Sure, I can search up a definition for you.
Your
Honor, would you mind if I read out a definition of the word vassal for the witness?
No, very. Go ahead.
So, a person or country in a subordinate position to another. That would be the definition of vassal.
Is there a further question you have for the witness, counselor?
Yeah, just now, since knowing the definition of vassal, do you think your answer to the previous question would change?
Can you repeat this question?
Based off what you read in the Treaty of Bogdan.
Objection, opinion.
overruled.
Based off of what you have just read in the Treaty of Bogdan, the Kingdom of Su would be under the same power by the Emperor as the Empire.
I would say they would be in a lower position, but I wouldn't say they were fully controlled from in a subordinate position, which means they are just in a lower position. So the country has control over them, but it would depend on their agreements to how much full control they would have, in my opinion.
All right, thank you.
Does the prosecution has any further questions for the witness?
I believe so. We need more questions.
That's fine. Feel free to ask further questions.
I feel like that's leading at that point. You're just... Yeah, that's kind of like... It's...
I think but I just jumped up here and then these things in Minecraft are weird.
A lot of good people in here. Got there. We got Indigo, Goover the Green is right here.
I like your
Fox. A lot of people here. You know, Endercat, Rave. A lot of people interested in what's going on in this court case. Awesome Cat.
skin.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, something happened.
We crashed.
Oh, great. We crashed. We're down.
We're back.
I blame Noxie.
I'm not even... I'm just still here. I'm literally still here. It says already connected. I'm disconnected.
Wait, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, there's Noxie literally opened the chest and we all crashed.
Opened a shulker and broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was grabbing my lawyer's payment just real quick, and then the server crashed.
Just hack.
I'll have to wait a second for everyone to come back
Let's
in.
just say we'll come back at the end. That's what we should do. Just say we'll come back at the end.
A quick little recess, bro.
Hang on, I'm gonna log. See if this works. Okay.
Yeah, my
Oh.
shulker box full of all my 20,000 diamonds just disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you mean 40,000 diamonds?
All right.
Yeah,
No.
honestly, it's 1,000.
That the Sea Republic is a vassal. Does it?
Oh, I fell off again.
Can I?
Okay. Bye, Kevin.
Given, what? Oh, there he goes. All right.
I had.
Hang on. Given
I
that
had
the Sea
placed it
Republic is a vassal state, does it retain its constitutional framework which governs its internal affairs, and does imperial influence nullify the Constitution?
I would.
Objection compound?
I would agree with that. Can you break that into maybe 2 questions, counselor?
All right. I'm gonna try and interpret this. Wink. Given that the Sea Republic is a vassal state, does it retain its constitutional framework which governs its internal affairs?
I would believe so from what I have seen by its definitions.
All right. Now, does imperial influence nullify the Constitution?
From what I've seen in the Treaty of Bogdan, I've not seen any proof that it doesn't.
Valid questions, honestly. Both are valid questions. These are all very, very questions. I think I think Ascendo's line of reasoning has been the most interesting to me, as in terms of like this case. But everyone's bringing up very good points.
I'm waiting for
You could say that.
stuff.
I was gonna say Nathan Sir was a little weird there. Welcome in, Rave there. You say the Emperor's insane needs to be good pound for power, but what about the Constitution, Crimson?
I got my diamonds back.
What is the Constitution? I also lost a chest of diamonds too.
Defying. Oh yeah, I lost a chest of netherite too.
Yeah, we all did, yeah.
Within the Sioux Republic, is the Constitution considered the supreme law that governs its internal affairs?
Yes. I think. I believe so.
That's a very wishy-washy kind of answer. Yes, I believe so. One of those probably. It's
Must any external treaty or imperial decree operate within the bounds of the Sioux Republic's constitution, thereby requiring the emperor to respect the established legal framework?
I mean, if the treaty was the one who created that constitution, I would assume so.
Yes, he answered.
I answered, Ferrari.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat your answer?
Oh, I said I would believe so if the treaty, like, it was the treaty that created that.
That's an interesting statement. That's an interesting response, honestly. If the treaty created the Constitution. Not sure that's the line of reasoning that the prosecution wishes to go down.
Must any external treaty or imperial decree operate within the bounds of the Sioux Republic's constitution, thereby requiring the emperor to respect the established legal framework?
I would not know that. I am not an expert on this.
That's fair. Hey, Dragon, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow, and good to see you. Good to see you.
But for what?
My friend.
Must the emperor's actions in any treaties follow the Sioux Republic's constitution? That's a simplified version of the previous question.
I don't know how I'm supposed to know that.
Dragon.
I'd like a seat. If I could get a seat, I'm just kind of standing. Thank you. I have a seat now.
Dragon, the answer is
I would not know. If I'm
not related to streamers, but the server itself does have.
But my opinion, I would say it would.
The server itself does have tiers that you can purchase, like MVP Plus.
I think it's been
and VIP
interpreted,
Plus.
Wink, enough. I'm pretty sure he understands the question. I'm pretty sure he's just not an expert on the subject of the question. All right. Okay. Last question: is the Constitution the highest law within the Sioux Republic?
Yeah, Rave can explain. Feel free to join us in Dragon. You need the SCP's IP address?
I can stop.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub, Dragon. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Let me give you some emojis there, my friend.
Dad, are you gonna cross?
Yeah, have some
I
dodos.
was planning to, but I don't know if the.
Thank you so much. Get some emojis in chats, everyone. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you to
Check a stream.
sub,
Maybe
Dragon.
you just got raided.
Thank you so much. Welcome in.
Kevin?
Yes, sorry.
What happened?
It was you wanted to ask more questions, Dead?
Yeah, I just have a couple quick questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You get raided?
No, I got some.
Gray.
No, there's no battle.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
Are
Yes.
you a legal expert in the Empire or the Kingdom of Sioux?
Reasonable question.
I have not been informed that I am. Actually,
Okay.
well, I am technically.
Objection
I don't
vague.
know.
Okay.
I would say
don't-
I would say overruled. Gray answered the question.
Because I am a lawyer in the Sewer Public. I own I am I take part in one of a Sewer Public owned lawyer agency
Get in here,
that
Mercy.
Says Chicken Man owns.
Or go to
I'm
sleep.
in it. I've been in
Okay,
it for a
So
while now.
on to my second question. Can you be 100% certain that when you answered each question, you could not have made a mistake?
Can anyone?
Are you?
I do not think. Yes,
Are you,
just, that's what's
are you
happening.
certain that you
Okay.
have enough knowledge on the subject that you
Most
answered?
question I would say for every single question that I answered without saying I'm not sure or those questions. I would say I have not answered it to the best of my abilities.
Answer the question though, Gray. That does not answer the question.
I think. I would say I was well informed enough for most of them. Some I may have not answered that I may not known, but for those I implied the ones that I did not know anything of.
Okay, thank you.
But I appreciate that, Dragon. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Any other questions for the witness? Very well then. Gray, you may sit down.
Yeah.
Prosecution, is there any other witnesses you wish to call up?
We call Noxie.
Oh, interesting.
We can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
I thought they
Called the judge to the stand. Why are you drawing the line at
That's fair.
Now,
Does that mean
Admiral, I
we're
requested a
directing
cushion.
Doxy?
I'm not sitting on hardwood. Need a
I don't
cushion
think there
somebody.
is. No.
Get a carpet.
Rich folk in there.
I need a carpet red
I need a red carpet.
or purple. That works. Thank you. All right.
do you
Rich
swear to
folk
tell the
in their
truth and
luxuries,
nothing but the
can't
truth?
live without.
I
Ain't
swear on the
cushion
holy
under
egg.
their cushion.
Oh, very well.
Yes.
Please take a seat.
No, not the holy egg.
Ooh, so this is an intense witness. We got the Emperor, President Emperor on the stand, which is kind of a crazy play here by Ferrari, but I'm interested in seeing what kind of happens here. Putting the president on the stand. I would not have
What
expected.
specific constitutional authority do you believe allows you to extend your term as president despite the explicit term limits?
Ooh, good question.
Well, first and foremost, the limit you describe is which one in particular? That's let's see, where is limits? What limit am I like breaking there?
Why are you looking at me? All right. You may not be breaking a presidential limit, but you are violating the Constitution in the first part of the Constitution stating an 8-week democratic presidential cycle.
I'm not breaking that because it's an extension of my first term, which means I should be in for like another week or so, I believe, or month. I'm not unsure of the time frame of my term here, but I still am in my first term.
You cannot extend your term at all.
Where does it say
Objection
that?
statement?
Yeah, is there a question with that, counselor?
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, look, I can look at both of you guys.
Look at him.
The words are coming from you, so I'm just swapping between you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Barry, perhaps Gray should ask the questions because I feel like you've been a great researcher, but I feel like you've been not the best in terms of actual questioning.
Wait, okay, so can you repeat the question that I'm supposed to be currently answering?
Hang out. What specific constitutional authority do you believe allows you to extend your term as president despite the... All right, hang on. I got a new one.
Yeah,
Seeing
he's
as you've
shaking.
been in office for 3 months, it is not a violation of Section 1A of the Constitution?
Well, we've
not?
already established that I can do anything as president that isn't directly specified in limits. So I think that
I don't believe that was actually specified.
it was.
That
That is semantics.
At any rate, is that the answer to your question, that you don't believe you violated anything?
That's correct. I did not violate anything. Yeah, I believe Kevin himself answered that actually.
Are you saying that only one specification of the Constitution applies to you? Explicitly, it states of an 8-week term.
Again, I mean, can you repeat the question just one more time? For my
Yeah,
brain?
I feel like I misinterpreted. Wink. You are arguing that only one specification of the Constitution applies to you. Explicitly, it states of an 8-week term.
I never said one specification of the Constitution applied to me. I'm sorry, you're putting words in my mouth, I think.
There's a lot of people here in the rafters. That's reasonable. Yeah, it's a tough case. It's a tough case there.
How is that putting words in your mouth when your whole argument is stating the presidential limits while you're feigning ignorance to Section 1A?
Objection, speculation.
Yeah, that second part is speculation. Overruled. Counselor, can you rephrase the question? Oh, sorry, sustained. Can you rephrase the question?
Happen. That is a statement. Dude, that's a statement. All right. Hang on.
that was muted.
Noxie, you've repeatedly highlighted the limitations outlined in Section 1B of the Constitution regarding presidential authority. However, it seems you're dismissing Section 1A, which defines the specific duties and limitations of the president. How do you reconcile this apparent oversight with your interpretation of presidential powers?
Well, I'm not certain I am ignoring Section 1A read out Section 1A, it says, the president serves as the singular representative of the Sioux Republic. I have done that. And it provides examples, but not like requirements of what you can do. Lead, approve, I've done those things. Create major build projects, I've done that. I mean, manage relationships with other groups and governments. I mean, I'm the reason that that's happening, and I think I'm the sole person in the world that has done that the most in the Republic.
Interesting point.
The third example, in times of war, in charge of deciding activity, I've done that. Managing resource and distribution when outfitting soldiers, I've certainly done that for 2 years. Appointing trainers and training soldiers, and create or approve new cities, haven't done that, but no cities have been presented. So I would, I'm not sure.
He means
Hey, Frankie,
section
good to
1,
see.
not 1A.
The whole section.
Yes.
I'm not sure what I'm. Can you re-say the question then with that added in?
All right, hang on. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, hang on.
I think he means like the first part of the section.
Seems you're
Like the president is the leading position of the Sioux Republic, like that one.
don't read it out, just specify. Dog. Dog, you
Alright,
write me what
can
you
I ask
write
a
me
few
what I want to say. Well, what you want me to say.
This is a very interesting legal
can I ask a few
tactic.
questions to Noxie?
Wait, you're not a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. Oh, okay. Roy wants you to read out the first part. Right, Yummy.
Wait, excuse me,
where it's like
Yes.
Justice. Am I supposed to answer to Ray?
The
I'm
prosecution
seeing what Ferrari.
the prosecution may use whatever lawyers they wish unless the lawyers do not qualify. So, but the answer is
So is that a yes?
yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to Ferrari. They're confused. What Ferrari wants you to read is like the part where it says the president is the leading position in this republic. It
Is
doesn't
that-
like give section 1A, it just says section 1. And where it stops at section 1A. Try to explain.
Wait, I'm sorry. He wants me to read just section 1A, like I just did?
No, the part before section 1A.
Oh, okay.
That part. Yep. Okay, I'm going back down.
The president is the leading position of the Sioux Republic. The president serves a term of 8 weeks until the last week of the term. However, here, the last week of my term has not
This is why court cases take a long
yet
time.
occurred, so
This is like
that
we're
would
trying to
make
do this in
sense for
2
me to
hours. What is would take like
not be serving right
weeks.
now. Where ballots
Months.
are opening, allowing any citizen to run. No citizens can run yet because my term isn't over, and it's been extended. The debate will be held the same week by Kevin. If Kevin is unavailable, then anyone under Kevin's approval may elect himself to host the debate. The debate must be streamed. Yeah, that hasn't happened either because there's no debate to stream because there's no election cycle currently. Does that answer the question?
Alright, can I go, Ness?
You may go ahead and ask. Yes.
I have a few questions. First of all, this was referred to before. Your Honor,
Yes.
does the presidential limits only apply to Section 1B, or can the limits be stated somewhere else in the Constitution, just not directly as, like, it would say this is a limit, but it would, like, no, it would kind of refer to a limit. How to explain?
I what?
How to explain?
I believe that's unlawful.
No, it's, I don't know. Does the presidential limits have to be composed to Section 1B limits? Or can they be stated somewhere else in the Constitution?
Objection asked and answered.
Overruled. The Constitution, in regards to this particular case, which is why I'm going to answer it in that form, of Gray v. Norixyus, It is a question of whether or not the president has violated the Constitution as a whole. Which is not necessarily limited to a single section, if that's what you're asking.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He was asking what if the limits can be on other parts of the Constitution.
No, that's what I was asking.
That's not true. Okay though.
I'm so
Sorry if I was
confused.
impeding your authority.
Oh no,
I
you can make your statements. No one's made an objection, so I'm not. I don't need to reply
I just
that.
noticed that. I just noticed that you answered his question correctly, and he took it. So,
you can take whatever he wants. Yeah.
yeah. Well, then I guess I'll say that was not what you were asking, Kevin. You were asking him if the limits can be found elsewhere in the Constitution. The limits are specified in that section. They're not elsewhere in the Constitution for the president.
The question was, well, what I've heard, but if we're seeing if he's violated the Constitution as a whole. Oh my God. How long has your term been so far? How long would you say until you began your term?
I'm uncertain. Kevin, do you have that time?
Yes.
Approximate answer. I don't care, but it's like how many weeks approximately?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's
It's been about 2 months, I'd say. 3 months, maybe.
3 months.
Yeah.
So would you say 3 months is more than 8 weeks?
Depends on the planet you're on,
Yep.
or
And
I mean,
I don't know if it's 8 weeks. Are we counting Minecraft weeks?
Minecraft. Well, Minecraft weeks are much shorter because there's every day and night cycles like 20
If
minutes.
you'd allow me to interject, I'm interpreting, wink, this question as in we are only commenting on time frames being used within the constitutional 8 weeks that we have. That being reasonably, it's specified that it's the Earth, real life.
Okay.
Well, that clears it. That clears it. Thank you, Mr. Painter.
I know. Yeah. That's fine.
Well, no, I would say no. I've not been president longer than 8 weeks because Larry, who does not exist,
Bob.
was president. No, I'm kidding.
Bob.
I'm kidding.
Bob.
No,
Can I actually check government announcements to get like a?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yes, 3 months is on Earth longer than 8 weeks. But in this context, that's not really
Excuse me.
what we're talking about here because we're talking about my first term, which has been extended. So it's clarified to be over 8 weeks for that.
It's been a bit of a long
What I'm
one.
looking at is I've seen from what I've seen, most of it's been. It's your first message as president was on March 9th, 2024. Is that correct?
I'm
The
not
government
sure. Let me check.
announcements is where I come
Government announcements. My first message as the president was on.
from.
Let's see.
Can we just have both parties agree that 3 months is longer than 8 weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's just agree on that.
I
been
agree
3
with
months.
that.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing that we can move
Problem
on
solved.
from. Yeah.
Right.
Problem solved. It's been longer than 8. So
So yeah, I guess my first message as president was let's see, March 18th, 2024, 2:18 p.m. for Central Time.
Ferrari asked, do you respect the Constitution of the Sioux Republic? Yes or no?
I do respect the Constitution. In fact, it only exists because of me, without me, there would have been just the king and the constitution that came before. So, yeah.
It's kind of fair. That's kind of true.
Would you say have you been president longer than 8 weeks?
Yes.
And and in the Constitution, does it say that the president serves a term of 8 weeks?
That's
not in the limits.
That's the core. That's the core
Does
argument.
it say that in the Constitution?
It does say it in the Constitution.
That's the
as a whole.
core
I think
argument the
it's-
prosecution should make. That's what we've been waiting for this entire time. It has to be.
And then what does it say? And then what happens when that 8 weeks is over? What is supposed to happen when that 8 weeks is over?
There's no specification, but usually ballots are opened and people can run.
It says
Usually.
where ballots are opened.
No specification for
Isn't
what needs to happen though.
Did we just all stop sitting?
No.
So that's the argument that the prosecution should
That just
make.
me?
The prosecution needs to
That
make
was
It was just you.
8 weeks.
Hang on.
8 weeks
That's
is a violation.
Man, this is...
It's because that's what it says, and it has to
I
be
don't
8
know.
weeks.
Well,
That's what the
also
that's
just
the
like
argument.
everyone
That's the
just
main
stops
argument the
sitting.
You just
prosecution makes.
mentioned
Endercat.
that you respect the constitutional limits on president powers. However, given your decision to extend your term as president beyond the constitutionally mandated 8-week period, do you now acknowledge that your actions contradict the very limits you claim to respect?
He's gonna
They
say
do
no.
not. No.
Yeah, he's gonna say no. Of course, he's gonna say no.
I still hold the Constitution in respect. There's no limit being broken.
There
Does that answer your question?
are 3 kind of core arguments that the sides can make. The defense has 2. Defense has 2 main arguments.
What Wither said.
And 1 maybe weaker argument, and the prosecution has 1 main
No.
argument. But it's a valid
Everyone
argument.
in the
As the
courtroom.
interpreter very well. All right.
I'll
You've asserted that extending your term does not violate the constitutional limits. Could you clarify how you reconcile this action with Section 1B of the Sea Republic Constitution, which explicitly prohibits altering the term limits for the president?
It does not do that actually. So
I believe it does explicitly prohibit altering the Constitution, which
I have not done that.
you
So
have
why is
altered
that?
how it works, though.
I have not. No one's used that specific part before, but it's not changed. So that doesn't make sense.
Did the ballots open after your first 8 weeks?
I don't recall.
Could you please explain how extending your term as president does not alter Section 1B of the Sea Republic Constitution, which explicitly prohibits altering presidential term limits?
Gladly. So Section 1B says the president cannot instate themselves as a permanent ruler of the Sea Republic. I have never instated myself as a permanent ruler of the Sea Republic. I'm only a permanent ruler of my own nation, the Empire, which is not part of the Republic, but the Republic is part of the Empire. So it says you cannot edit the Constitution. I've not edited the Constitution. In fact, I've never even submitted an amendment in the first place, so that one's out of the question. The third one says run as if they were previous president, but may run again after the next term. That one I've certainly not broken. There's not been another term to run in, and I'm not trying to run again for the next one because there hasn't been a next one yet. The fourth one is create or appoint any in-government positions.
That's a
I
weird
have
one.
not done that one, but it would be nice if there could be a few people to help out. In the
It
government,
would
but,
be
you know, I
nice.
haven't broken that, and
I don't know
don't
why
plan to.
that's a rule.
And the last one, break the rules of the Loft MC. I've never done that.
Perry, I feel like you're
Yeah.
going in circles here. By extending your term as president, are you not effectively bypassing the constitutional provision that prohibits running again consecutively after a term as outlined in Section 1B of the Constitution?
No, I'm not running again. I'm extending my first term. I'm still in my first term, so it's not like, you know, I'm not running again. I'm not running. I'm just extending my term. It's completely different.
But that's a good question. That's a good question. Sometimes the questions, you know what the answer is going to be, but you're trying to establish in the mind of the jury or the
Kevin,
judge. Yes.
This may be inappropriate, so may I ask you a question that one of my lawyers presented me, but it's kind of confusing to you?
Yeah.
Or is that inappropriate right now?
You could approach the bench and ask me if there's some sort of legal thing you need to clarify.
Right. So, David was asking in the legal team chat, did Kevin not establish earlier that every limit on the president's power is specified in and only in 1B of the president? 1B, and the president has unlimited power outside the limits of 1B.
And your question is if I did say that or not?
Yeah.
I said that the specific limits were established in that section.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't say those were the only limits.
Oh. Okay. That was confusing to us because you said they were just in the limits section, which is what the section is there for.
Right. Right.
We're a bit confused that they're trying to bring limits out of other parts.
I mean, I don't know why we have a section for appointing government positions, but it's just me, Are there any questions you might have for the defense? Prosecution?
Mm-mm.
Hang on.
I'm just trying to answer their questions.
Gray, do you have any other questions?
Sorry.
I am here. Alright, hang on. Given that the Sewer Public Constitution specifies limits on consecutive terms and changes in leadership, how do you justify extending your term without violating the constitutional provision against running again consecutively after a term? You already asked this, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been asked.
Objection asked and answered.
Yeah, sustained.
Yeah,
sustained.
dude,
Same question.
See, even I'm confused. Even I'm befuddled.
Your Honor? No, Your Honor. Oh wait. Is my mic on? Okay, right.
Yeah, your mic is on. We can hear you.
Sorry, I had to make sure my mic was on. This debate was, since this election was not held, does this technically violate this constitution? As the term of the president, as your term was not up within 8 weeks, and you were the president. That did not come out how I wanted it. That did not come out how I wanted it to come out.
Do you want to rephrase your question there?
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I think the legal team has been incompetent. Let me ask. All right.
Yeah,
So
you got this, Southern Painter.
Mr.
So
Norixyus.
actually, is
Oh my God.
I just have a question. Are you translating for the lawyer here, or are you asking a question of your own?
I'm asking a question.
Southern Painter is
The
translating.
lawyer is incompetent. And
So wait,
kinda
but
dumb.
do you have the legal representation to be able to ask Noxie's questions? I believe you were just here as a translator, not as a lawyer.
Can you shut up? So anyway. Anyway.
Justice,
I can vouch for the Southern Painter.
It's a valid
I can vouch for the Southern
objection.
Painter.
Okay, Gray, who is the one bringing the suit against Norixyus, has given the authority to Den, but it's a valid question.
Who's Dan?
Sorry, to Painter.
Where?
All right. So, is it true that in the initial promise of your extension of your term,
Hey, Brayden, good to see you.
that it was initially promised your term would... Hang on, let me look at it again. That it would end on June 10th. And then, later on the 1st, you went back on your word, saying that you would be extended to another term.
I believe at the time that I said, I don't think I promised. I believed I said that it would end then, but then it was changed to end even later because I had to extend it again.
So, would the inconsistency result in your promises, in the promises of your term ending at the correct time, be invalid?
I'm sorry. Could you say that again? What? Did you ask that again?
Would that make the promises of the traditional ending of your term invalid because you already went back on it, therefore your words are not trustworthy?
I suppose yes. If I made a promise, then that would make my promise incorrect. But I don't recall promising anything like that.
I recall that,
Well, let me take a look here. I'm kind of curious.
to quote a direct message in government announcements, first and most important thing that the president would like to use his power to extend his term. In his words, exactly, use my presidential authority to apply an additional term to my term, meaning my terms would end on June 10th. And then later on the 1st of June, good morning, citizens and warriors. I will be extending my term once more into this next term. Meaning that you went back on your word of your initial term ending. Therefore, is the promise of your term ending next
It's a valid point you made. That's a good
by
point.
the end of the next cycle, is that solid proof to show that your term is still finite?
Objection relevance. It's just that I don't see how words spoken by the president have any effect on actions, or how broken promises could be unconstitutional.
I think it could speak to the intent of the president, so overruled.
Well, so no, I don't think that my promises elicit any meaning or intent that I would have any sort of further presidential term.
The key word is actually that Den brought up, but
Yet your actions seem to contradict what you just said.
is not necessarily promises. I mean, that's interesting.
False. I've extended my term to help the Republic more during the time of war. So,
But the terminology here,
Qualification doesn't equal. Does qualification? Let me rephrase. Does qualification equal stance to go back on your initial promise of your term ending?
and we discussed it up.
To create a less definite and less solid time frame in which your presidency will end?
I
Objection,
don't-
speculation.
I agree. Sustain. Can you rephrase that, counselor?
All right. I actually forgot what I already asked. You know, being an interpreter, that kind of I get something that we get to. No, we are not done, Farrary. I'm no longer your interpreter. Anyway, so
This court case is spicy. Has a little bit of
I
that
actually don't
spice.
remember what I asked. My memory is not doing my good.
Probably wasn't a good question to begin with. If that
Probably
was the
wasn't
case.
a good question.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good question.
I don't think it was a good
I mean,
question.
if I asked it, it was a pretty good question.
Something about the promises he made.
I can just clip it on Kevin's stream.
Yes. So, the Constitution is the usual word that. I'm looking for the right words here. I'm not exactly well spoken. The Constitution is the Constitution the typical word or the traditional word that dictates when a president's term ends?
If you're asking traditionally, then yeah, traditionally it is, but times change.
So then, would your extension, would your
Times
extended
change, I like
term and initial date, the initial date in which your term would end and its extension, does that mean? So hang on, let me just write this down.
The interesting
I'm
thing that he
interpreting
brought
myself.
up, that Den brought up,
Wait.
and this is it, is what was written, right? It's when he said like the president in his
Anyone
words
who asks,
exactly.
he is in fact the interpreter of trust.
Use my
Right.
presidential authority to apply an additional term to my term,
recognized
meaning
as
my
early as
terms.
lawyer.
It's plural, right? He
Apparently
said
the justice
terms.
does.
He said terms
In my opinion, I've
plural.
been doing a better job at being a lawyer
He said terms plural
than
in the statement when
Another
the
lawyer.
Constitution only applies
Your Honor-
one singular. So
Your
that's
Honor, I
interesting.
believe the lawyers on my team are supposed to be given knowledge of the prosecution's lawyers beforehand, in which I did not see he was on that.
Can you reference the document in which that is law?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So if we go down to the Gray versus Norixyus Discord messaging, if you go down this list, you see a lot of people, but not your name.
Is that legally binding?
It is not.
that legal?
It's not legally binding. There is no law stating that that's required.
All right. Anyway,
Actually, I mean,
all
we were
this
told in
talking
that chat
distracted
though,
me from
that
writing this down.
Norixyus did ask if he was a lawyer, and Ferrari responded with, "He's my interpreter," and Gray himself responded with, "No."
That's
Well, screw
true.
you. It's not legally binding, so shut up. All right.
Gray has established
Okay,
in the
so-
current case that he's now a lawyer. This
If we
painter
can-
fellow.
Den is a lawyer and Ferrari's friend.
Who's Dan?
I don't think this
the Southern
is.
Painter is.
I don't think this
Alright,
line of
guys.
questioning is moving anywhere though. So
That's
Yeah.
a fair point. All right,
Just as-
everyone in the seats that wants to be a lawyer for Noxy, just come hop on over here.
Justice, I would
Everyone
ask
who
you
wants
to
to be a lawyer.
I would ask you to reconsider your earlier agreement that this painter here can join because I mean it has been stated multiple times that they are indeed just a painter. In fact, I myself have commissioned them. I know they're a painter, and both
Just a painter.
Let me finish, please. And
I'm-
both the prosecution and the prosecution's attorney have both stated he is simply a painter, and now they're reverting. There's no legal binding anywhere, but I ask for, the demeanor of the court. Propriety.
I think for propriety's sake that no additional lawyer should be admitted. I do think that if the painter doesn't have any further arguments that don't sort of already circle around what we've already been stated, that the prosecution should let the defense address the witness.
I believe I am bringing something new to the table, unlike my interpreting lawyer. And that's
Well.
the fact that the president went back on his initial promise of his term ending. And
Okay.
since there is no reason to show that he's being truthful now,
You're trying to establish that the witness may not be reliable.
perhaps, yes.
Okay.
You told my lawyer to quote unquote shut up because that was not legally binding. May I then also say that it's not legally binding that any quote unquote promise I make is also not legally binding? Is that crazy?
I believe an official decree in action is legally binding when
It
you
was
say you
not
extend your term.
official.
Well, it seemed official because you remained president after your term ended. Well, after your term should have ended.
I was just following your own line of logic, Also,
Yeah, I was
please
also
don't tell my
following yours.
don't tell my lawyer to shut up.
Well, you can tell him to shut his yapper too.
Well, let's continue on. Do you have any further questions for the witness? If not, please let the defense ask. Or so help me, I'll hit this bell. I'll hit this bell.
Yeah, I'm Ferrari, I'm not sure about that because you have been literally going in circles the entire court case. I would know because I've been speaking aloud every single word that you say, and it's making me look
Hey,
dumb.
Chad. Good one, Chad. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, the Southern Painter has less.
Oh yeah, we're done with Noxie's question.
Okay, very well. Defense, you may go ahead and examine the witness if you wish.
I have 3 diamond
Yes,
blocks.
so, Emperor Noxie,
There's your pick.
Yes.
I forget the exact date, but you extended your term to
Wait,
June
wrong
the
way.
1st, correct? Yeah.
You're the wrong way.
To June 1st, I believe so.
Yes. So just to clarify, you said that you were
Objection,
extending your.
That's actually false. If you read up in
Was it-
government announcement,
Oh, no, June. Sorry, June.
the term would end on June 10th.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
that is-
sustained.
Yeah, that's on me. I'll re-ask the question. So, Emperor Noxie, you extended your term to June 10th. Yes.
Correct.
So, and then, when you made that statement, right, your words that you were Sorry, I'm gonna need some water in a second. You were extending your term to June 10th. You never said that your term would be ending on June 10th, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you. Then-
Objection, that's false again. His words exactly, use my presidential authority to apply an additional term to my term, meaning my quote-unquote terms would end on June 10th.
It's not a usual objection, but I'll allow it in the transcript, so, sustained. But, that doesn't mean that Noxie has to change his answer. Sorry, Norixyus.
Thank you.
So, Emperor Norixyus, in
Yes.
the Constitution of this Republic, is there a single place in that entire Constitution where it says that words you speak will be held against you?
Very good point.
I've read through it many times, and I have never seen that.
Very
So,
good point.
No.
So, if you were to say anything, really, even if it is a
Objection,
lie,
relevance?
I would say
it was
overruled.
your entire
Can
point
I,
of what you
may
just
I
said.
elaborate?
Very well.
There's a difference between an official decree and words.
Yes, but still overruled.
Okay. And by that logic, you can say everything the president says is an official. In an official announcement channel, mind you.
I believe the question is in regards to constitutionality, not laws, and we've already established previously in court that the Constitution overrules laws, right? So,
All right.
Yep.
I think just to clarify for their lawyers, this is a court hearing about constitutionality and not legality. So the only thing we are looking at here is the Constitution. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Your Honor. Okay. So, Emperor Norixyus. I
Yes.
lost my entire train of thought. And did you have anything?
I do not.
Witness can be excused.
Thank you. Is that settled, Justice?
Is there any other questions from anyone else for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, Gray.
I don't think you've been asked this yet, but I mean I might have missed it because I had to go AFK at some point. Can you read Section 3, the Empire, in the Constitution of this Republic?
Sure thing. Section 3, the Empire. The Chicken Empire, as per the Treaty of Bogdan, must have substantial influence over the Superpublic. The way this works is simple. The reigning emperor or empress may either directly speak their opinions on any political matter, or send a representative to speak their opinions on any political matter. These opinions must be taken into account and respected. Failure to enact the demands can result in impeachment, and the next presidential candidate in line will be elected.
This means, would you agree that this basically gives the emperor the same powers as the president? Because if the president didn't do what the emperor wanted, they would be impeached, correct?
Incorrect. I believe the emperor has
What do you-
more authority than the president, according to this. If you asked my opinion, so.
That's so. What would you say happened if the president? What says? Sorry, what punishment would happen if the emperor were to say something that let's say the president couldn't do? Like the president can't edit the constitution.
We saw that
As
in action in the last court case, I believe. The
Yeah,
last trial was
that was pretty close
specifically about
actually.
that.
Yeah.
Does that answer?
yes, but what punishment would you say it would be? If it
Well, I
were
don't
to
see how
happen?
that's relevant, but I'm glad to answer. So it depends on what happened. If it's something as serious as, for example, like regicide or treason, something like that, it would be a harsh punishment, maybe imprisoning at Red Cliff, allowing David to do as he would. It may result in execution if it's that harsh. If it's something lesser, probably just impeachment and the instatement of the next in line. I believe that fully answers it.
Where in the Constitution or the treaty does it give you the powers to completely edit the Constitution or any of?
It doesn't give me
Great
that
power
power
over the
anywhere.
Republic?
I don't think to edit it. No, but I can
Any of that?
suggest changes, it seems.
You can suggest changes.
Yeah.
That is true. Respected. But where does it say that they have to? Like, yes, respect them, but they have to fulfill them.
I don't believe that's specifically stated in the Constitution. However, it's understood that if that is not followed, then I will take action. That is stated.
Does anyone from my fellow council have any other questions?
We're done.
Very well then. You may be seated, President Emperor Norixyus. Are there any other witnesses that the prosecution wishes to call?
We'd like to call you, Kevin, again.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'm back.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
I'm being in the interpreter again. I was rehired.
May I say one
After
thing?
back away.
My apologies. And my lawyers stated that page 4, the kingdom is a vassal, and the failure to enact demands results in impeachment. There we go. Answer to Gray's question. Continue.
Is it true that the president has to follow all of the Constitution? With you as the constitutional interpreter. Wink.
Yes, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
So with that in mind, does that mean that extending a term violates the 8-week cycle established in... Let me pull up the Constitution, because I'm being... in Section 1.
Is that the end of the question?
Yes. If would you like me to repeat it?
No, I got it. That is sort of the point that you guys are arguing over, I believe. And as the judge, I don't think I can properly answer that without declaring a in my current position. There are three.
Barry, I don't think we can ask him as a witness when he's also the judge. You know, like we're trying to sway his opinion on it. I feel like we're trying to just sway the judge's opinion on it.
Yeah, you're just trying to sway the judge's opinion. He doesn't need to. He doesn't.
The Constitution.
Yeah,
so,
he doesn't need to like harass me about
I
it.
feel like, you know, I'm kind of grasping at straws here.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good line of questioning for the prosecution. I thought the prosecution had a very good line of questioning.
It feels like you're grasping at straws here.
Would you say that there is anyone above the Constitution?
No, I would say that there is no one above the Constitution.
Similar to Gray's question, would you say there's any documentation that is above the Constitution? Any other documents relevant to the Sioux Republic?
The Sioux Republic's Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any other document does not supersede it.
Thank you.
All right, Ferry's got a good question.
Wait, are they bringing another lawyer on?
Wait,
No, same one from earlier.
No. These are the same lawyers that have been here.
I didn't know Kat was one of the lawyers. My bad.
We haven't had anything valuable to input that others haven't.
Cat's a lawyer.
I also didn't know, so that's good to know.
I believe Ferrari is asking his next question.
All right, yeah, hang on.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm just another situation. All right. Oh boy. Okay, you're just telling me to try and make sense of this. I'm just gonna read this verbatim. The fact that Noxie extended his term without an end is that not being vague about being the ruler, thereby eroding the Constitution and stating themselves as a permanent ruler. I believe I'm going to interpret, wink, this as since there was no promised ending of the term, is it technically a permanent instatement?
Ironically, there was a promised ending of the term, so no, it would not be a permanent statement.
Yeah, boy.
In the most recent extent, here you go.
Where does he state that there's an end?
Yeah, it was the first statement, as posted by a Mr. David Plays, that the terms quote unquote would end on June 10th.
And was that gone back on?
Did Norixyus' term end on June 10th? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
The term did not end on June 10th.
I do have a question. Nope, you go.
Norixyus declared the extension of the term on June 1st.
And did he state an end for that one?
He did not appear to state an end to the term in that statement.
So, is that in stating, in your professional opinion, is that in stating himself as a permanent ruler, or would you say that is leading, and should I shut up?
I would say, in my interpretation as a constitutional scholar, that's a stretch.
All right.
But a valid line of questioning, honestly. If it can be proven that that was the intent of the Emperor President Norixyus, that would be a violation of the Constitution. I don't think that can be proven. I also don't think that's the strongest line of questioning. So it's reasonable to pursue it, but I wouldn't honestly have made that an avenue.
That was all for me. Anything from Ferrari?
So, interesting thoughts there, but not the strongest line of questioning. So.
All right. Is that all? I will gladly take that.
I have a P here. What did I assign this to? I? Oh, I did do it to I. Okay. Apparently I assigned it to I.
Y'all stop attacking the wolves.
Very well. Then does the defense have any questions?
Yeah, I have a.
That is all.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Kevin,
Yes.
is there anywhere in the Constitution where it states that the emperor or the president, cannot extend his term?
It does not state anywhere in the Constitution that the president cannot extend his term.
And so, have we reached the last week of Noxie's term yet?
By his most recent extension?
By any extension.
Yes.
When was that?
The first time, when would be probably around April 12th. And then the second time would be around June 7th. Well, it might be the week been before that, but that's when the election dates were scheduled to begin, according to my calendar.
Yes, but did President Noxie not extend his term before that last week had started?
Yes, that's true.
So then we have not reached the last week yet.
You asked a very vague question, so I had to answer it the way you asked. Yeah.
Is this your point?
Yeah. But technically speaking, in terms of like the extensions, no, we have not reached the last week.
Okay. So then, Noxie, the president's term has not ended. Correct?
Correct.
Linda, do you have anything?
Any other questions? Very well. Prosecution. Do you have another witness? That you wish to call up?
Waiting for. We do not.
Very well. Defense. Do you have a witness you wish to call up?
Sendo, is there any witness you have?
Sorry, Kevin, I was muted. Can I call up Ferrari?
You wish to call up your own lawyer to the witness stand?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we did
Yes.
call up Gray
It's true.
I have.
and you.
Conclude
Can
this
you-
business.
Can you call up a witness that can talk quickly?
Just, Ferrari, can you just say it in chat? Just say what you want in chat, okay? Just so then don't have to, just
Okay.
that makes it easier.
Okay.
I'm gonna only ask a few questions.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? Okay, excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna have to talk fast. Okay, Ferrari. How much research would you say you have put in for this trial? Or with the Constitution and everything?
Objection, relevance.
I think overruled. I think it's trying to establish expertise.
Okay.
Somewhat a decent amount. Okay.
A decent amount? Would you consider yourself? No, is that how I do it? I'm sorry. Have you studied the Constitution and the Treaty of Boston? Over many times.
He says yes. Okay.
Yes.
He says yeah.
Your Honor, may I introduce Ferrari as an expert in the Constitution? An expert.
That's yeah, very very well.
Ferrari. What do you believe Section 3 means?
That's a That's a very vague statement, Counselor.
Okay, correction. What do you believe the last sentence of Section 3 means?
Objection,
to enact these-
speculation.
Maybe you should be more specific, Counselor. Sustained. Yeah, the Ferrer asked if he could quote what you mean. Great.
Sorry. I'm checking something.
I think, may I say something, Kevin?
You may approach, yes.
With the authority of the Emperor, someone who holds the Republic as a vassal state, I believe that this has been going on for too long. We've been at it for 2.5 hours. I believe that witnesses should move on, and we need to get to a point where Kevin can make his decision on whether or not this case is in our favor or the others.
That's a reasonable statement.
I'm good with that.
You could probably present any final comments in your closing statement.
Yeah. I'm good
Very
with
well
that.
then.
Sorry.
Let me sit down. Okay then.
I'm dragging on way too long.
Can I just give the closing? This one, because I feel like...
You should do it, Dan. Or, sorry, Painter.
That pain.
There's be a mention of a den here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Who this den guy is. I don't know.
I could certainly get some little Denny's, you know, little brick.
Let me just clear something up for this team over here. You guys keep calling this painter Den. I've commissioned him twice on gorgeous artworks. He's not Denride. Please do not get him mixed up again.
He's Denride.
I'm not going to tell you about him.
Prosecution, you get to state the first closing statement, and then the defense, you'll get to state yours. So you may go ahead with your closing statement.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the Judge Kevin Sue, I... Sorry, I just had to say that one. We closed this with the promise that extensions of power and reach should not just be done, and also we would like to remind the court and Judge Kevin that it has been established that the president must follow all of the Constitution. So all of the Constitution must be taken into consideration. That is all.
Short and sweet. Very well. Defense, you may go and present your closing statement.
In this case, we've stated repeatedly that, per the Constitution, Norixyus was well within his limits as president and has committed absolutely no constitutional crimes. There are no explicit statements within the Constitution that forbid the president from extending their terms whatsoever. Therefore, what he did was not unconstitutional, and he should stand as president until this term is over, or afterwards, if he chooses to extend it once again. We are confident in our legal arguments, and that the opposition has little standing. Yes. That is all.
Thank you. Thank you, defense. I will take a brief moment to consider your words, to analyze the Constitution, and then I will come back with my ruling in about probably 3 minutes. So, be right back. Okay, let me just go ahead and sum up this case for everyone in case anyone doesn't really understand. I don't have a desk, so this is my chamber. Here's a constitutional issue. The Constitution says that a presidential term is 8 weeks long, okay? The president, the Emperor President Norixyus, has extended his term twice, okay? So he had a single term, and then extended it again, and then extended it a third time. And that third time is when Gray is, this is the third time, this is when Gray is challenging. There are 3 arguments that are being made by both sides. There's also a couple of minor arguments, but let's get down to the main arguments. The first main argument is by the prosecution, and they say the Constitution says 8 weeks. very clearly the emperor has been in power longer than 8 weeks. This is a violation of the Constitution. This is the Constitution clearly says 8. Emperor has been longer than 8. Okay, that's the main argument of the prosecution, right? They've also tried to imply other things, like the emperor tried to extend his term forever. That's a much weaker argument. The empire, Norixyus' defense team has 2 main arguments here. One, the first main argument, and these are both good arguments, by the way. These are all three good arguments. Is that the defense is that there's nothing written in the Constitution that the president can't extend their term. The Constitution has some limitations that are written, and it says nowhere does it say the president can't extend their term, right? That's what they're saying. That's their first argument. The second argument, which I think is the stronger of the 2 arguments, is that the emperor has significant authority and power in the Constitution, as per Section 3. So, that the reigning emperor, empress may either directly speak their opinions, blah, 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 and the opinions must be taken into account and respected. That's Section 3. And I think that's the stronger argument because, like the fact it basically it's pretty vague about how much authority the empire has. Right? The Treaty of Boston stuff, not important. The Treaty of Boston is important in regards to relations between the Republic and the Empire, but in regards to the rule of law and the constitutionality, the Treaty of Boston does not matter. Right? The Constitution is the supreme law of land. So any arguments that were given to me about the Treaty of Boston, I basically ignored. It's like, that's not important. Right? If the Constitution violates the Treaty of Boston, that is something that the President Emperor has to deal with, but it doesn't relate at all to this case, right? So those are kind of the 3 main arguments, right? Did the Empire violate the Constitution's 8-week limit rule? Does the President have the power to extend the rule, and does the Emperor have the ability to just override it anyway, as per Section 3, right? Those are the 3 arguments. And it's really interesting because Noxy is both the President and the Emperor. So the question is, did he act as the President, or did he act as the Emperor, right? Yeah. The Constitution is pretty clear that the Emperor can do anything if the President can't enact to get impeached there. So that's interesting. Virgo, you could talk to the Emperors about that. That's true, Viper. There is a certain level of fairness that is being asked here, in terms of democracy. And are we really a republic, or are we a democracy because of what we're saying here? If the president's constantly extending a term, are we democracy? And the answer is no. No, if the president can extend a term, we're probably not what you would consider a democracy, at least not a healthy one. But I have to rule on the constitutionality, not necessarily on the democratic aspects of this nation, but the constitutionality of this nation. And this is why this is a bad constitution. I wrote a better one. I was a better one. But I will rule based on what is being said there.
Depends.
Oh, that is. Sorry, I didn't mean to press that. The emperor. We don't know. It was the if I were the prosecution, I would argue the 8-week rule, and I would argue that that Noxy never enacted his extension as he enacted his extension as the empire or the president, but not both. Right? And then I'd say, like, if he acted as the president, he was in violation of the Constitution. If he acted as the empire, then he was forcing the president to do something that was unconstitutional, and therefore it should be removed. That's a little bit more of a legal wrangling term, but that's what I would have argued. If I were the defense, I would say, hey, exactly what they did. I would say, hey, the president's limits are not listed there, very clearly read. And number 2, the emperor could do it anyway, right? I would argue that the defense's arguments were stronger because the prosecution couldn't establish the 8-week argument strong enough. While the defense very clearly established the emperor has power, and the president that's not limited. That is what in this court case, it's very clear that the defense. Thank you, BBN man, for the follow. Appreciate it. That the defense had the stronger legal team, the stronger argument. The stronger argument for what they want to do. So yeah, it was a chaotic combination. Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate that. So that was said. And you said the Constitution would ruin things, Viper. You are right. You are right. The Constitution would ruin things. The real question, of course, is what will I rule? What will I rule? Would I rule in favor of the empire of Norixyus, or would I favor in gray, right? And if so, what does that mean, right? And the answer is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the empire has been becoming more and more tyrannical over the past few months. And the emperor has been taking control of nations, has been putting taxes on people, has been conquering land after land after land, and even this power grab, these term extensions, it's not democratic. It is the opposite. We are not a republic if we don't have elections, right? We're not really a republic because we don't really elect our representatives either. We are a democracy, but we're not a republic. It's a very, because we don't have like a senate or anything. So how do I rule? Do I rule straight? Do I rule straight by the law, which would probably say the based on what we heard in court that Norixyus is right. If the prosecution made a stronger argument, they might be right, but they didn't. They didn't make a stronger argument, right? And we should only be able to rule on what we see, sort of. That's another argument. Or do we rule for what is good and say this is a republic? We have to have elections. We have to respect the will of the people, right? What is the right thing to do here? And everything here. Like, so is it freedom and democracy that matters, or is it the rule of law that matters? I don't know. I like to think that as king of this republic that I did my best to enforce the law, right? To be unbiased, to uphold the Constitution, no matter what it says, to show the world that this system works, that we as people can live by rules and laws. But what about the spirit behind those laws? What about the heart? We are the Republic of Sioux. The Constitution, as flawed as it is, was designed to represent the will of the people, to represent democracy, and to allow people to choose who leads them. It was not brought up in court, but even the emperor wasn't elected, right? He was second place. He was second place to Rex. And now he's president for 3 terms. I don't know if that's democracy. A good man came to me recently. He asked me, do you even care about us? Us being the people of the Republic. He said that we can't let a paper dictate our life, that we are enabling a deranged tyrant to rule the world. And that one can't just rely on hope. That you need to take action. That when it comes to doing the right thing, it takes a little courage. It takes a step forward. This man, he asked me to try. I think we're ready.
Okay, guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
All rise.
Hi, Kevin. Oh, all rise.
Okay, you may be seated. I'd like to go ahead and commend both sides for their arguments. I thought that they presented a number of good points and a lot of points that were not necessary, as is such is the case with the court. In regards to the prosecution, I thought your point regarding the 8 weeks in the Constitution was an interesting one and definitely your strongest point. In regards to defense, I thought you had two good points. That one, the president is not strictly limited to extending the term. It's not stated that anywhere. And that two, I think this was your stronger point, honestly, is that Section 3 of the Constitution allows the emperor to have significant say and that his will should be enacted. Essentially. There's some nuance to that. But because you established that there wasn't a specific limit to that power, I thought that was a pretty good argument for the term extension. So, generally speaking, I thought that the defense had a stronger legal team and a stronger legal presentation. But I can't ignore that the Constitution is based on the ideals of democracy and the Republic. And that even if things aren't explicitly stated, the 8-week term should be respected. And if those who wished for it to be changed wanted it to be changed, it could be amended. And as much as the Constitution gives the president and the emperor vast amounts of power, it does not give them the power to ignore the Constitution. It doesn't give them the power to edit the Constitution, but it doesn't also give them power to ignore the Constitution. As such, I rule in favor of the prosecution that the Emperor President Norixyus' term shall end in 1 week to give me time to set up the election, and that his runner-up shall be the President of the Republic, and that being Sus Chicken Man, who is now the new President of the Republic.
Did I hear you correctly, Kevin?
Yes. You are...
I will give you one chance to change your mind on that. Keep me as the president.
I can't...
You can't?
I shall not change my mind. You are not the president. You violated the Constitution.
Red for Life, if you could please step forward with the guards. Kevin, you are under arrest for treason against the Republic. You will be taken to Red Cliff and held there until we have decided your fate.
What? Wait, hold on. This is a court of law. You can't come in here
I'm the
And-
emperor, and your nation is a vassal of mine. I can do whatever I want. Step down from the podium.
This
Come
is
outside, please.
this is not legal.
If I'd like to interject, wouldn't if you can
No, thank you.
edit the law. The law has no. I don't believe the law would have any weight. To
I'm not
it.
editing the law. I am the law. Now shut up, painter,
Dang.
until I commission you next. Okay. All right, Kevin.
No, I don't. I don't think you should. This isn't
Well-
right.
Well,
This
neither
isn't-
was what you said up there as the judge. So this is what it's come to.
I'm
You
just
could follow me.
following the. It's the Constitution. It's the Constitution.
The Constitution can't protect you now, Kevin. I've
It's-
already stationed warships here, and my army is stationed here as well. There's nothing you or anyone can do about it.
You know, a wise man once told me that the Constitution was only a piece of paper.
Well, that man was very wise. Because it is only a piece of paper here. I tried to follow that piece of paper, but apparently you can't see how to. Apparently you can't follow it correctly. You're interpreting it incorrectly.
But I'm
Wink.
the king. I'm the one that
You're not the
interprets
king.
it.
You haven't been the king for over a year. You what?
Maybe
on.
maybe in spirit that might have been true. But the Constitution, you can't do this.
I can do this. I have every authority. It is stated that the Republic is a vassal of the Chicken Empire, and if vassals will not serve their superiors, then, well, should I say the phrase?
What
Nah.
are you going to do?
Let's head over to Redcliffe / P-Warp Redcliffe, if you don't mind.
This would make it easier. Yeah, we basically we did a time skip.
If my soldiers could please root out any Hamrito or OMS Woodland Nation warriors here, please. Kevin, please come with me. Escort him. Reds. And dead.
Anyone else? Don't fight! Don't fight! This is not a fight that we can win.
Come on, Kevin.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do to the Republic?
I'm not sure. I suppose I'll just keep running it as I have been, but a bit better.
Better?
Yeah. I mean, everything I touch tends to be run much better.
But what is better is not a yes or no thing. It's opinion.
Well, I guess my opinion overrules then. In you go. Cell 2. That's yours. I believe Gray was last in there. You'll be cellmates with President Baller, but he's asleep right now. So.
Emperor Norixyus, this isn't the right way to go about things. You still can change your mind.
I gave you a chance to change yours, actually, and you did not take it. So this is what's happened because of that. Now, if you would like to change your mind, I mean, I'll still be listening, but at this point, I think, regardless of what your mind is, you'll be in here for a bit. If you could go ahead and step in there, please. All the way in, Kevin. Thank you.
You won't get away with this.
Kevin, I already have. I have an alliance of like 8+ nations. I control. Oh!
Cannon.
Head ended the entire story.
Is this a canon death?
It's canon. It's canon. It's canon. Oh my god. He's my girlfriend, so I'm gonna joke with him about that. Oh my god. We need some trigger discipline. No, you're good, Mr. Van. That was hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Well, dang, now I feel okay.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You'll never get away with this.
I already have gotten away with it, Kevin. I own like basically half the servers, nations, and warriors. I've won every battle I've fought.
Others will hear of this. They will know of your tyranny.
Most of the server already does, and look at how many people follow me anyway. They're all benefiting from it. Well, most of them.
They will stop you. They will come for you.
I already have people coming for me. I have my entire life. And they've never succeeded. I was born to be a leader, Kevin. I was born in a dynasty, and I've upheld it. I've upheld my grandfather's dream, my father's dream, and I've done above and beyond what they could have ever imagined. I will soon control this entire continent, so you can continue to oppose me, or you can do as you wisely did before and work with me. But, I mean, you've crossed a barrier already, so the best you can do is be compliant and follow my orders now. So, I'll leave you here to decide what you want. I'll leave some guards. David will visit you frequently and make sure you're fed decently. Baller is also imprisoned here, so you'll have not a cellmate, but someone in the other side in cell 3 when Baller's here. But he's asleep right now, so.
You can't just imprison people like this.
I have. I did it to Denribe, I did it to Gray, I did it to Baller this morning, and now I've done it to you. Words are wind.
You're a monster.
Let me show you something that I hold dearly, and I cannot wait to get the other one because if I complete the collection, it will look amazing. You see this horn here?
Yes.
This one belongs to Denribe.
From his head?
It's his left horn. And this building here, this mountain, is where I took it. So.
You tortured him.
I did, yes. But, now your fate rests in David's hands. I'll leave you here. Red for life, Red for John, if y'all could establish a guard here. David's already got ships posted here to protect from any OMS orbital strikes. They will be ineffective. We can continue running the city that has been under construction under Redcliffe. So, yep. If y'all could do that for me, please. Destructor, Deadlord, Vey, I want a perimeter established of Redcliffe. Do not let anyone in or out, except for military or imperial hierarchy. So, yep, y'all come with me. Farewell, Kevin. Enjoy solitude.
I'm stuck here. Camera. And all these guards watching. I'm in prison. It's not much of a place. It's not much. Hey, Red, you don't have to listen to him. You can let me out. Just open the door and. Oh, okay. I got it. No privacy rule? I don't think there's a toilet in here either. Unless you pee down there, that's disgusting. What do you do with your... You know what, I don't want to even think about it. I think I think that's it. We're stuck. There's nowhere to go. We made the right choice. We made the right choice, right? Well, if we made the right choice, how come we're stuck in here? We did what we did. We did what anyone else would do. We did it for the Republic. And now we're stuck here. Well, this this sucks. Maybe this will be I'm worried about the Republic. I'm not sure what will happen in the future. Okay. Well, that was, that's it. See you next time.